So what I want you to do is make sure that you're sitting comfortably, with your arms relaxed, your feet flat on the floor. And if you're comfortable to do so, gently close your eyes. If not, you can keep your eyes open, but think about kind of a soft or kind of blurry focus with your eyes. So not looking at anything in particular, just kind of looking through whatever it is that you're seeing in your field of vision, rather than focusing on a specific object. So whenever you're feeling an unpleasant emotion or sensation in your body, the first thing that we want to do in this expansion exercise is to take a few slow, deep breaths. So just in your own time, take some nice big belly breaths in and out. And just do that a few times at your own pace, just as a way to get us tuned into the body for this particular exercise. Now what I want you to do is just quickly scan your body from head to toe and just detect, pick up on any unpleasant sensations in the body. It might be an unpleasant emotion or a source of physical pain or discomfort that might be associated with your diagnosis. Just quickly scan the body from head to toe and just note any uncomfortable, unpleasant or unwanted sensations in your physical body right now. So you'll probably notice several uncomfortable sensations, and I want you to look for the strongest sensation, the one that bothers you the most. It may be a lump in your throat, for example, a knot in your stomach, or an ache in a particular part of your body. What I want you to do is really focus your attention on that sensation. And as much as possible, I want you to try and observe it in an interested or kind of curious way, as if you're a inquisitive child or a scientist who's discovering some new or unusual phenomenon that they want to study and learn more about. So just observe the sensation carefully. Notice where it starts and where it ends. I want you to try and learn as much about this sensation as you can. If you had to draw a line around the sensation, what would that outline look like? Is it on the surface of the body or inside? Or is it both? How far inside the body does it go? Where is the sensation most intense? Where is it weakest? How is it different in the center rather than around the edges? Is there any pulsation or vibration within it? What's the weight, light or heavy? What about the temperature? And also, is the sensation moving or is it still? If it's moving, in what way is it moving? Now that you've really focused in on this sensation, I want you to take a few more deep breaths, just in your own time. And as you take those breaths, I want you to let go of the struggle with that sensation. Let go of the desire to want to control it or suppress it or get rid of it. As you breathe, I want you to imagine that your breath is flowing in and around this sensation. So now I want you to start to make room for the sensation. Just kind of loosen up the space around it. Just for now, allow it to be there. You don't have to like it. You don't have to want it to be there. But just for now, allow it to be there. Just let it be. What you're trying to do is just to kind of gently observe the sensation, not to think about it. So when your mind starts commenting on what's happened, just kind of note that, acknowledge it, and then come back to the observing. So if you find it difficult, this is completely okay. This is quite normal. You might feel a strong urge to return to fighting or suppressing the sensation. Just when you notice that, acknowledge that tendency and just return to the sensation, observing it and allowing it to be there. Don't want you to try and alter the sensation, but if it changes by itself, that's absolutely fine. We're not trying to get rid of this, we're trying to make room for it and allow it to be there temporarily. Keep breathing. Really increase the amount of room that you're making for this sensation. Give it some space, give it some extra room, and allow it to be there. And just spend as much time as you need to allowing the sensation to be there and just observing it. Remember, we're not trying to alter the sensation in any way, but if you do get a change, that's absolutely fine too. What we're doing is developing your ability to observe, sit with the sensation, and giving up the struggle to try and suppress it. I want you just to take a few more breaths in your own time, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes again. All right. So that was an expansion exercise, which some people find useful for helping them tolerate sensation, feeling within the body that they'd rather not have, but having a hard time distracting themselves from. With these types of experiences, it can be useful to try and drop that energy or that attempt to try and control something that you can't control or not having a lot of success in a particular moment controlling. So this expansion has the 4 components as shown on the slide, where we just observe the sensation, breathe around it, expand or make room for it, and really just allow it to be there. So instead of struggling with it, we try as much as possible and switch to an observational stance towards it. This can take a bit of practice. It can be a bit weird as well at first. But certainly if you found this kind of useful, or at least interesting, then that's something you can keep coming back to and trying and experimenting with and just see how you get on.